Hello, Internets! Welcome back to another King Talks About. Today we're going to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy Vol.2. Payout. So, before we get into it, this is regular rocket. This is rocket you can buy in a store. Unlike the rocket I took out of the subscription box, it has the fancy sticker. There's no sticker here. This is everyday rocket in a store. Go out and buy rockets. Go out and buy any of the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 merchandise, because this movie needs all the promotion. Scratch that. Doesn't need. This movie should get all of the promotion. Okay? This is a great movie. Alright? So, real quick, I'm going to talk about the movie, non-spoilers, and then I'm going to do a quick little spoiler thing at the end, but you're going to see a fancy little border that says spoiler on it to let you know that I'm talking about spoilers. And what you do when the fancy border comes up, you hit mute. You hit the little speaker on the side right here. Boop. You mute it. No one ever says this online. I've seen reviews for TV show, for movies, for anything. I've seen a review for a book. It's, oh, okay, so we're going to talk about spoilers. 3, 2, 1. And like, so what do I... There's nothing that says when the spoiler starts on your thing. I don't know how far to skip ahead. No one says, hit the mute button. I'm going to have a spoiler warning. Hit the mute button. When the spoiler warning's gone, unmute it. It's easy. So, when the spoiler's up, hit the mute. So, I'm going to put Rocket down because it makes noise. So, again, Rocket is my favorite Guardian. I told you that when I opened the subscription box. So this movie doesn't change that. I love me some Rocket. You think, oh, the guy's leg scene was funny in the first one. There's a different scene for a different body part. It's funny stuff, man. So this movie is amazing. You're going to see reviews online about this movie, comparing it to the first one. Oh, it's not as good as the first one. Oh, you know, I like the first one better. If you're going to compare movies, yes, I think the first one is better, because the story was a little better. The story was a little better in the first one, where all the people coming together to form the Guardians of the Galaxy. That being said, I'm not talking about the first one. I'm talking about Volume 2. Okay? This is a great movie. This is a fun movie. It starts out as fun as the first one. You know, if you remember the first one, during the credits, you know, what was it? Come and get your love, right? There's a different song for this one, and you got the credits, and you have things going on, and it's just fun. You're in for a fun ride, okay? Then you get introduced to these gold people. They say some stuff, then people go on their way, something happens. I'm trying not to spoil anything for anybody. Just really broad. You know, Peter meets his father, and then they continue on a path, and then they have to resolve everything that's going on. So, and in that time, you know, you meet new people. They have the new, I guess she's a Guardian now, the new Guardian, Mantis. You know, that's the girl from the commercial. You know, oh, you feel love, physical love for her. You know, funny scene in the commercial. Guess what? Funny scene in the movie. You know, it is a great movie. I recommend you go watch this movie. And there is a surprising amount of emotion in this movie. You know, there was no real emotion. You know, there was a scene, there was the scene, I should say, in the first one that said, Rocket is my, Rocket is my spirit animal. You know, there's that scene. But other than that, there's no real emotion. This one has emotional scenes, you know, a lot of it at the end, you know, everything goes and to culminate, and this is an amazing movie. All the actors bring it, you know, 100%. You know, this isn't, you know, people phoning it in. You know, this is Marvel Studios doing it. Unlike Fox movies. X-Men! You know, this is awesome. You know, the action is good. You know, the humor is good. And they advance the story. You learn more about people's backgrounds. Obviously, you see Peter's father, so you learn about Peter. You know, but you also learn about the other guys. Let's see. I think that's really all I can say without spoiling anything. But I'm going to say, go watch this movie. Now, if you want to hear my rating will be after the spoiler part, so that's at the end. So, spoilers in 3, 2. Alright, this movie, the emotion, I was not prepared for the amount of emotion in this movie. You got, what's her name? Nebula, who you think hates Gamora. Nebula just wanted a sister. She said that, and people were like, oh my God. Because that's what she said. She said, I just wanted a sister. Bringing those two together. Awesome. There's, you know, Peter learning about his father, and as it goes on and on and on, the father reveals his plan, you know, pretty much take over the galaxy with himself, you know, and he tells Peter, you know, it pained me to give your mother cancer. What? And no wonder Peter snapped out of it. The whole audience was like, what? Yeah, give me a gun, I'll shoot the man. That was outrageous. It pained me to give it pained me to kill your mother. You know, to quote The Crow, an amazing movie, you know, mother is the name of God on all the lips of all the children. I may have screwed that up, but you get the point. This man killed his mother. This man is going to die. Amazing. The scene where all seems lost and everyone's getting crushed and covered, and you see little baby Groot getting crushed, and a little tear comes out of baby Groot's eye. Oh my God! James Gunn. What? Who comes up with that? He's getting crushed. That's, oh, poor Groot. And a tear comes out of his eye. And out of everyone else's eye who was watching this. And then you have Yondu. Yondu talking to Rocket. Yondu saying, I know who you are. You know, you act tough, but on the inside, you want love because you never had love. The scientists who experimented onto Rocket never loved him. Yondu's parents gave him away or sold him to slavery at a young age. Never loved him. Neither one of them had love. And now that they have love, they have surroundings, they push it away and act hard. He says, I know who you are because I am you. I'm getting chills just thinking about that scene. That was amazing. You know, you're not going to see that in the first one. So, number one guy. You are my number one guy. Tell me the movie. Want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. So, just amazing. Like I said, the story, a little weak. The story basically was, you want to introduce the gold people to have them be the instrument of continuing the story. Okay. Because, you know, you saw the end when the girl, the golden lady was, you know, I created something new. I'm going to call him Adam. That's introducing the story for Volume 3. And then you have that story. You introduce them to continue the story to Volume 3, but then you have, you know, fighting Peter's father, Mogo, the planet, and he's trying to just create the planet. All planets will be him, and you have to stop him. Okay. You know, I mean, still, the universe is at stake, but it's a little weaker than fighting, you know, a man who's going to destroy a planet with, you know, because they wronged him or whatever. You know, this, you know, whichever one you prefer. So, the story, I think the story I would give a 4. Everything else gets a 5. The emotion in this movie gets like a 10 out of 5. So, the score, no more spoiler. I rate this movie, and I was thinking about this, because on Facebook I would give movie stars, and it would be a text star, you know, like an emoji type of thing, and they have no halves, so I didn't think I was going to do halves, so I'm going to do 5 stars, and this movie gets 5 stars. All 5 stars. Because this movie is awesome. You need to go out and see this movie. You need to go out and buy whoever your favorite guy is to show support for this brand, Guardians of the Galaxy. You ain't got to buy the Marvel stuff. You ain't got to buy the X-Men stuff. You ain't got to buy, you know, any other pop. Just go out, you know what, go out and buy your favorite Guardian. You got Drax. I mean, they make all of them. So, you know, Drax, Gamora, Star-Lord, Groot, Baby Groot. So, that is my review. This is a 5-star movie. Go out and buy it when it comes out on DVD, or rent it when it comes out on streaming services. This is a great movie. Alright? For my first YouTube movie review, what do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. Hit the little like button. And please subscribe. This is a brand new channel. It's a brand new endeavor. So, subscribe. Hit the little bell to get notified, because I don't know, I don't have a posting schedule. It's not like, oh, well, Mondays King's going to talk about this and Thursdays King's is going to talk. I don't have that yet. I'm just putting stuff up. You know, I just got home from watching Guardians of the Galaxy, so I'm doing this movie review fresh. You know, I think I did an okay job. All right? Thank you, and peace out. Here's your little rocket. You're not a trash panda. No, you're not. No, you're not.